Welcome to Music Theory Logic. Andrew here, and today is going to be another making it from scratch. I'm going to really try to get on here like on a regular schedule. Let me know in the comments if you have a preferred day and time. I'm still in the experimenting phase, so today I'm going to experiment with recording some guitar, and then I'm going to take that and produce a beat out of it, do something hopefully somewhat interesting. So let me show you the idea that I had, and then I'll kind of show you how I take that from scratch to an instrumental. So I don't know what I was listening to with a little bit of a jazzy feel, but I thought it would be kind of fun to write like a little groovy lo-fi hip-hop track with something like this. And then I thought it would be kind of cool to hold that sort of C major 7. So pretty jazzy. I'm playing 7th chords the whole time. I'm going to record this and manipulate it a lot. But before I can record something, since I'm really going to want to use all of the functions of my digital audio workstation, my DAW, like the tempo and grid, I'm going to want to figure out what tempo I'm playing at. So the way I do this is I basically jam to it if I'm playing an instrumental. And if I think of that, it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. You could slow down and speed up within your DAW to try to match that, but here's a pretty cool thing you can do in addition to that. So if you just Google tap tempo, all8.com is what I'm using. If I go into my other view here, so I play my song. And then tap a note, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I'm seeing it's hopping between 94 and 95. So from there, I will go in to Logic, set it at like 94. I'm going to mute everything else, and I'm going to try to play it at this tempo. Cool. Then here's what I really have never tried to do. Live streaming. So let's see if this works. I'm going to record my guitar playing. And again, I'm going to sample this, edit it a bunch, so it doesn't have to be perfect. And then I'll record C major 7. One more time from the top. Cool, and then I'm going to try some different attacks. Let me crank my metronome. Cool. So let's see how that worked for us. Oh, get rid of my samples. Cool. So those of you that are interested in recording stuff, this guitar I'm playing is my Fender Stratocaster. It's like it is the first electric guitar I ever got. I love this guitar. I will do a video or a post where I walk you through the changes I've made to the instrument because it's been modified a ton. But then I'm playing through my Bogner Alchemist. The Alchemist was a combo amp that Bogner put out, which makes really high-end amps. And that was my main amplifier I played through when I was playing shows and in a band. So let's see what we've got here. So treating guitar, I'm going to first EQ it just a little bit, clear out some of the mud, brighten it up a little. Got the Logic's compressor. Cool, let's put it through Logic's chorus. I'm going to send that into one of my pre-saved reverb buses. So my reverb giant. Oh, what the heck? I'm going to need a moderator. I see private dating chat girls. Interesting. Well, thanks for hanging out, helping the algorithm. If you're a bot or a real person, I am not in need of that, but thank you. Played pretty clean first take. So let's make a little loop here. So anytime you're looping audio, you want to make sure or chopping audio like that, I'm going to want to get rid of this last hit. Now, it can be a good idea if you are recording your own samples to, in Logic, you can actually write notes in here. So I could write the chords I was playing, which will help me chart it in E major 7, then I played a B major 7, then a D major 7, then an A major 7, and then my breakdown part is a C major 7. Now, one thing that happens when you take like the same chord and play it in a bunch of different positions, it's not going to be in the same key, which does add to like the jazz feel of this song. So let's see if I go here. Got a viewer. So if you're the chat girl bot, thank you. Or who else is viewing, let me know if you have any questions. So I'm going to write like a really basic drum beat to that. So I've got this kick. I've got my hi-hats. So when I copy these over, I'm going to leave them selected. I'm going to move them slightly back in time. So give me some swing. There we go. It's as easy as that. Move my accent. Mic check. Some other magics, I think. This is going to be my snare. Cool. Now I brought in some floor toms here. We can kind of give something some space. So I'm going to take that. I'm going to filter it out. Got some loops in here now. This original loop was at 130 beats per minute, so I'm gonna slow this down to be in time. The cool thing when you're grabbing splice loops, basically what you do in Logic is I'm gonna hold Option with my pointer tool enabled to extend the length. If you look at the playhead, the lower half, it slightly changes. Now, this won't work if your sample is not a perfect amount of measures, but the way splice samples come, they always are. So that's a 2-measure sample. So now if I add that. Cool, let's hear what this sample was. So we're going to put that in time as well. Cool. So let's add some keys underneath that, mainly just so I can chart out our chords, and we can use that to design a sound or find a preset. So an E major 7, I'm just going to use a basic voicing of this. So put E down an octave, E, G sharp, B, D sharp are the notes. And then we're going to the B major 7. Going to the D major 7. So D, and then D, F sharp, A, C sharp. Final chord's that A major 7. So A, C sharp, E, G sharp. Go in and fix this performance a little bit, so I'm going to turn on flex. A lot of it sounds pretty good. What I like to do kind of like first thing is put some markings in so that I know I'm not going to like mess up the timing of what's already good. And then this right here, double click on a line to undo it. Let's see. Pushing it cool, and then let's get that in time. Grab a more interesting instrument. We can, to keep it simple, just use presets. I got an email from Isotope yesterday announcing they're discontinuing this instrument, which is a bummer because I imagine they've got something like cool on the way if they were to cancel this one. It's a really sweet sort of sample-based VST. Highly encouraging you to check it out while you still can. Another instance, and this has that lo-fi jazzy feel, so I think in the Arturia's Mellotron, which I think I maybe used in the last video, part of like our sound as music producers is using similar stuff time and time again. So let's see if my computer can drag that up. There we go. This Arturia stuff is beautiful, but it is a little bit harder on the computer. So let's go with our Rubicon psychedelic piano. Now I'm gonna go back to some of the other stuff I took on guitar. So this is the chord progression in arpeggio. First of all, I'm going to convert this to a new audio file. I always just like add a number. That's going to make it so it doesn't reverse everything else. I'm going to take that file function reverse. Cool. And then we can sample this. So I'm going to put it into time. So this first chord. So you kind of just have to work backwards. So this is our second chord. This would be our third chord. And our fourth chord. We're going to put some cool delay on that. Channel from our kick drum, so we're definitely going to want that. Take this to where the beat starts, and let's hear this. Cool. So that's kind of gonna function as our lead. All right, let's switch gears into some bass playing. It would be cool to do live bass for this, but I think I'm gonna kind of build a bass with Serum, hoping that my computer is gonna handle it. I'm watching my CPU temps, still sub 80, which is decent for me. All right, let's create this. I'm gonna mute it for a second. Drag these down. I'm gonna get rid of everything but the bass line or the low notes. Loop that. All right, and then I'm gonna go into Serum, building a bass from scratch. It's gonna be really similar to my other one. So analog BD sign, I'm gonna put that down an octave. Instant bass. Add some movement to the wavetable position. that, put that through same company's plugin, but LFO tool. And let's make it kind of go to a quarter note. Hearing the popping, so tool there. All right, let's get some perspective, hear that from the beginning. Now, I'm really trying to incorporate more guitar into my productions just because I love playing it. It's fun, and I feel like it's something I can do that a lot of people can do, but I don't know. I think it gives me my own sort of unique voice. So let's just play along to this. Not super interesting, but I'm gonna try tracking it so I can again sample it, or at least preserve it so I can work on it in the future. See what I got there. Cool. So from there, I'll really just kind of play around with my effects. So I'm going to bring up Native Instruments guitar rig, tried and true. There are some components on it, so let's compress it a little. Times I'll take something like that, bounce it in place, and then take this guitar rig and turn off that delay. And then I liked a lot of it for the first half, so you can create kind of like a hybrid take, combining those two. Top. Definitely send those to the same reverb. I would probably group those if I wasn't worried about my computer. Just taking care of all this work at the same time. So then I'm going to take my drums. I did this technique last time. I like this a lot. I'm going to take most of the beginning stuff, bounce it in place. I'm going to get rid of my kick drum in the beginning. I'm going to want to make sure my kick continues. Cool. And then with my bounce in place, I'm going to low pass filter it for sure. Cool. So let me know if you have any questions. This is going to live on the YouTube channel after I call it for the stream. I may come back online and keep like working on this a little bit later. But this is probably good for my one window of energy. Let's play this from the beginning. You would help me out so much by subscribing to the channel. Go view my other stuff, smash the like, whatever. I am a self-admitted super small creator, but with your help, I can slowly climb the ranks. And I hope that this really helps somebody out there who is trying to get more into beat making. So here it is from the top. Thank you for hanging out. Once again, I'm Andrew, and thank you for subscribing. Cool. Music making is so fun. We craft sonic spaces. It's like building a room that doesn't exist, but except in the audio space that people can walk through. So hopefully you enjoyed that. If you want to sample that or you want to collaborate on that, let me know. Once again, thank you for hanging out. Thanks for subscribing. I'll see you next time, and be safe out there.